Like we always do at this time, I go for mine, I get to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I go for mine, I get to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky.
You are now watching the One Life Podcast.
Here we have it. Welcome back to the One Life Podcast with your host, Todd Lawrence. And my co-host today, he's behind the cameras right now. But we got a big lineup on the One Life Podcast tonight, man. Give it up for my man Steve in the building tonight. Steve, what's your last name?
Detweiler.
Tell them Detweiler.
Detweiler.
Yeah. We got my man Steve Detweiler. We got Jodee Saladine. Give it up for my man Jodee Saladine. Ray Robinson from the Bronx, New York City.
We out here.
My man Malachi Fox, man. Word up, yeah. Welcome back to the One Life Podcast. This is Episode.5, man. We gonna keep bringing you that heat, man. I'm a little sauced up. This is right after the show, you know what I'm saying? We had a good show tonight, man. Y'all enjoyed the show?
Yeah,
These are all the comedians
life,
we had on the lineup tonight, man. And it starts from the strongest to the weakest, but I'm getting better and better and better and better and better. Word to everything. I should be on this side of you, but no.
Wow. All right.
Listen, man, I'm glad.
Niggas got me as the middleman in my own show. What the fuck?
Hey,
We gonna switch sheets, nigga. What the fuck? This nigga?
hey, man, I just want to say thank you, Ray, for coming out tonight and headlining the show, and thank you, Malachi, for showing up last minute. I appreciate that, man. They loved y'all, man. They said the two cats from New York City was something else. I said, yeah.
We was happy to just come out here, man, and work for this
and
amazing
I
community.
thank God that he works in mysterious ways because Malachi showed up and I ain't even expect it. Yo, love you, nigga. Thank you.
Hey, love you too.
Appreciate y'all, man.
That's what's up.
Word up. And when we got the OG Jodee Saladine in the building, man. Jodee, man, tell people a little something about yourself, man.
I'm crippled.
That's wild. I'm crippled, and I'm trying to stay alive. I'm trying to keep my wife to think I know that I'm not cheating. I'm right here, babe. You see these guys? I'm not cheating. You're the side chick, baby.
And it's 11:08.
And it's 11:08. I'll be home soon because it's past my bedtime.
See, this is worse than what
I don't-
Wayne did.
You can say you're crippled while just sitting down, like without no proof. Like,
Shit.
you look like a walkable person.
Walkable person. I got 2 holes in my stomach for my hernia repair. You don't want that. You don't want
No.
that.
How did that happen?
Live for my big ass wife.
You like them thick though, right?
Oh my God, they make that
I
ass.
thought you was strong.
All right,
I got you.
all right.
I got you.
I love that woman. You know, ain't nothing like a big woman. If you ain't got no big woman, first off,
Watch out for the big girl.
she can cook, and she cook her ass off.
She got that extra weight right there
Nah,
on the elbows.
Nah, but she do be using that. She do like a can of busted biscuits and shit.
She
That's tough love.
Yeah, that's tough, but she got some good shit, and she's pretty.
Nah, man, my shit just
You know,
echoing.
Word
Ain't
up.
nothing like a can of busted biscuits that look pretty.
Ain't no
You know, just butter it up.
just butter it up.
Butter it up.
Hey Ray, man, tell the people a little something about yourself, man. On the One Life Podcast, we got you here today, man.
Man, I'm from Bronx, New York. Been doing this comedy thing for close to a decade now. You feel me?
Word up.
And yo, I just let God lead the way, man. I don't really stress this grind. I'm just appreciative of it, and the opportunities I get from like my boy like Todd right here, and just happy to make every night memorable. You know?
Hey man, we gonna keep pushing it, man. You're doing a great job. Don't he kind of look like a Richard Pryor a little bit? Yeah, you got
Richard
the Richard
Pryor
Pryor.
was light skin. This is
Nah, you got
This is-
that Richard Pryor.
Yeah, hell yeah, you do.
Don't even try to pull
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
You gotta bring the Richard
And-
Pryor.
and
But
it's-
does Richard Pryor have a Ray Robinson look? Let's unpack that and like
Yes,
you know.
he
Rest
does.
in peace
That's
to the
why
GOAT.
y'all- That's why y'all look alike. Yes, y'all do. Y'all look like that was your lost father. Okay.
And Malachi got the Kevin Hart going on. Right, don't he?
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't even know how the joint is. It just came out.
But not
I
them
don't
brothers.
know.
Strong. Listen, off of that note, right? Who is your inspiration? Cause you do like you got that like Kevin in your little.
So I would say Martin Lawrence is definitely one of them. I gotta put Kevin Hart up there just for the fact of Not only for him being funny at the era that he came in, because that was my first stand-up comedy I watched, Laugh at My Pain.
Yeah.
I didn't start watching really comedy until I was like 16.
Right.
So,
No, you now 18.
29. My back hurt, just like yours.
Yeah. And he about to knock down his eye. OG, come on.
Trying to kill Kobe yet again.
Come on, OG.
I got Kobe on my back.
That's how you know he really hurt, because he leaned.
Kobe about to get another case in the day.
Oh, wow.
He heard that joke about him earlier. Who your daddy, Kobe?
But yeah, tell the people a little something about yourself. I'm at the.
Oh man, ain't really much, man. Just a kid from Baltimore and Buffalo. So I think I started out comedy by at the church. That's what I did.
At the church?
Yeah, it was more so you don't get put into comedy on your own.
Right.
Somebody got to push, somebody up top, or somebody got to see you. And one for church, ain't meant for kids. I don't give a fuck what nobody saying.
Amen.
It's just ain't. I say that because I fell asleep in church so many times. So I got in trouble. So my mom was like, "Well, you gonna do something since you gonna keep falling asleep in church. You gonna introduce the pastor." And then I went from being nervous from introducing the pastor to like starting to take over his time from preaching and stuff.
Yeah.
I like, this is some power right here. So from there, I said I really didn't care about comedy till after I got done with college ball.
Yeah.
Once I got done,
You was balling.
I went from the Army to the college ball, and then when I was in Chicago, I kind of got a feel for it, for comedy and stuff. So I went to the comedy bar. I went to this place. I can't remember this place, but it was called Cole's Bar. Yeah, Cole's Bar in Chicago.
Cole's Bar. Shout out Cole's Bar, Chicago, man.
COVID had hit. So comedy stopped. I didn't really get ramped up again until once it died down, but I wasn't back at home in Buffalo.
Right.
So that's where I started at.
In Buffalo.
But Chicago seems actually pretty dope to see. If y'all haven't been there yet.
Never.
Just
when I was in the Navy, you know how that go. Great Lakes.
I was on the wrong side.
Yeah, you was on the wrong side. I was on the side where all the minority was at, from Asian to Mexican to Sweden, all of them. Like
Swedish is a minority?
To that side of Chicago, yes.
They hood too.
Word up. And last but not least, Chocolate Thunder.
Chocolate Thunder.
No, pause. You know what I'm saying? But I tried to find the name.
Pausing all night. Keep rolling, guys.
Nah, what you say, pause?
Tell the people a little bit about yourself, man. White chocolate, that's what I meant to say.
There we go.
No, eat white chocolate tonight.
I started 2 years ago, so I'm like brand new. I'm just doing this because I like to hang out. Like, I'm just here. I just want to tell jokes, hang out. I don't care if I make money off this or anything, because like these people right here, right here, that's what I'm here to hang out with these guys. That's it. Yeah.
And you had a good time tonight. You
I
did
did
great. You opened up tonight. That was fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you.
That just goes to show, all white men ain't Klansmen. Got white chocolate.
We gonna cut that part. You trying to get us canceled already?
You know where we at? Man, they outside right now. They watching this live.
Sorry, man.
I done got shot.
Word up. Hey, man, but since we got all comedians up here tonight on the One Life podcast, I want to go and ask y'all top 5 comedians, man. Starting from you, Malachi. What's on your top 5? Who are your
That's
top
tough,
5?
but for my top 5, I definitely gotta say Martin Lawrence is up there. Definitely gotta say Robin Harris, Bernie Mac, Richard Pryor, and what's that, 4?
Mm-hmm.
Who would be my 5th? That's tough. Off of just that work etiquette, I definitely gotta still put Kevin Hart. Just for inspiration,
I was gonna say, No, I was about to say, how you gonna
with him? So
inspiration? I was gonna say, how you gonna leave his man's out?
Nah, thanks.
What about Eddie though?
Eddie.
Eddie,
All right.
good.
It was just my personal 5.
Yep.
You know. That was it.
Ray, who's your top 5, man?
I'm gonna have to go with Chris Rock.
Okay.
Wanda Sykes.
Even after he got slapped.
I mean, the professional, that don't make him not funny.
Yeah, I know.
He a bitch,
He just took
but
the
he's
shit,
funny.
man. He sat there, took it.
I think I'm connected to Chris Rock because I'm also a bitch ass.
I fuck with Chris though. Yeah,
You know, like,
Chris Rock, I fuck with you, man.
I get slapped and make a
Whack 'em.
joke out of it. You know.
There you go.
So that's my number one. Wanda Sykes.
Okay.
Wanda's fucking hilarious. I don't think I've ever seen a bad special from her. I don't know. He doesn't really do much stand up, but Larry David. He's been doing slapstick for like 25 years. He's almost 80. He's still going with it.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
I like that.
Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
That's another black man I just always connect with, man. Daffy was the first real nigga I've ever seen. Fucking everything against him, but still just making the jokes. And my last one, I guess I'm gonna have to go with Bernie Mac, of course.
Rest in peace to the GOAT. Bernie. That was a good one. Let's
Now
go.
mine
Who your
would
top
be-
five, Jodee?
My top 5, because you know I'm an old head, would be like Flip Wilson.
Okay.
Damn, I ain't never heard of Flip Wilson.
Wow.
I'm a baby in the game. That shit. Bro,
I never heard that nigga.
I gotta look him up. Flip Wilson.
Yeah, Flip Wilson.
You say you ain't never hear him either?
Nah, man.
For
I
real?
don't feel
Oh,
left out.
damn.
Okay.
He's making shit up.
Are you Flip Wilson?
Y'all remember Claudine? Well, yeah, young. So, you know, I'm an old head. I'm 56 years old.
That's why he got the middle seat. He the OG.
You know, Red Fox,
Okay, I know.
Yeah, I know Red Fox is.
you know,
Definitely top 6.
Grady.
I feel like you naming your neighbors.
Yo. Nigga naming niggas on the block.
Who these niggas? I ain't never heard you.
With Dave down the street.
Right, right.
Richard Pryor.
Richard
Yes,
Pryor. Is that
yes.
5 or is that 4?
That's like 3.
Alright, cool.
He not counting Grady anymore.
You know, we ain't gonna count Grady's Red Fox. Okay, and then you know we got my newer heads like Corey Holcomb
Okay.
All right.
That's 4.
and Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Respect.
I love how you said Dave Chappelle like he knew. He's like
That's
your
not
age.
chocolate.
Dave Chappelle is 50.
Dave Chappelle like 10
Yeah,
years later,
yeah.
bro.
Dave Chappelle OG.
Yeah, he doing his thing though.
Yeah,
man.
for
He got a
sure.
camp and everything. You know,
Love
so salute.
Yeah.
Salute Dave, man. Absolutely.
Yes.
So you can catch
That's
me
not
in New York
chocolate.
City.
That's doodle, baby. Who your top 5?
All right, actually, Chappelle's right up in there. There's Dave Chappelle. The guy that inspired me, the guy that made me think I want to do stand up is Doug Stanhope.
Okay.
There's Louis C.K. I love him.
Alright,
He is so brilliant because he has the most ridiculous. His premise itself is a punchline most of the time. Like he's just so brilliant that his. So there's Louis C.K. There's Doug Stanhope. There's Dave Chappelle. One of my newer favorites
That's
is.
10? No.
I can't count that high.
He talk fast. He just talk fast. I'm like, damn.
Taylor Tomlinson. She's newer.
Yeah.
She's really funny.
Okay.
Probably one of the best female comedians to ever do it.
Okay.
And I don't know if I have a fifth right now, like off the top of my head. I wasn't prepared
Adam
for this.
Sandler?
No.
Nah.
Went straight to the right.
He gonna pull out a guitar.
Will
and start
Ferrell?
No.
Will
You just
Ferrell
naming
likes
white
stand-up.
people?
No, I was going
Will Ferrell?
Eddie Murphy.
No.
Okay.
He played a white nigga.
Todd, who's your top 5 comedians?
My
Yeah.
top 5, I gotta put Mike Epps up there. Nobody said Mike, man. Give it up for Mike Epps.
Yes.
That's who I put my game. That's who I follow. I love Mike Epps, man. Day
Okay.
Day. Eddie Murphy, I gotta put him in there.
Okay.
Norbit, fucking Life. All, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Eddie Murphy something.
I've been drinking.
Martin Lawrence.
I don't see it, man.
Martin Lawrence. My uncle kind of looked like Mike Epps. Dude that left, yeah. Word up. Martin
Your
Lawrence,
uncle definitely look like Mike Epps, yeah.
Eddie Murphy. I'm gonna put D. Ray Davis up there. I like D. Ray.
Yeah, D. Ray,
And the last one I'll put up there, ooh, I put Chris Tucker, man. Cause Chris Tucker mean, man. He mean when he get up there on stage.
preaching or something now?
And then he got all the Fridays, the rush hours.
Yeah.
You know, he ain't preaching. He going. He got
a show in Atlanta.
He on tour right now.
Yeah.
You got a show in Atlanta?
Yeah, he's on tour.
He took
He
took cussing out of his material and stuff. He don't cuss no more.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
trying
good,
to do.
Yeah.
Ain't
It
nothing
come
like
with
clean
time.
material.
It come with time. Clean material. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's harder than people realize too. I
Yeah.
think because you try to switch up. Sometimes you got to switch your whole show.
It be the
You know what I
energy.
mean?
You know.
Yeah. Because sometimes it's the cussing that make you laugh.
Right. Right. Yeah.
You did what? You kicked him in the ass.
Some people just laugh at a curse word.
That's
So
true.
Exactly.
Ass
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
You know,
Bad
you trying to
ass
say that
kids.
like we.
Well, I probably gotta change. You know, I done kicked him in the butt.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
That don't sound as funny.
Don't sound
You kicked
funny.
him in the ass?
Strong.
Yeah. Kicked him in the ass.
Strong.
I grazed his asshole when I grazed him.
Word, Paul.
That's a well-deserved pause on that one.
Nah, that's a pause.
Well
Hey,
deserved
turn the
pause.
camera to me real quick. That's a pause. Hey,
It's okay to get kicked in the ass.
You said graze the asshole.
Yeah,
You
it's,
just-
it's okay to get kicked in the ass, but when you get kicked in the
Yeah,
ass,
you making him get up. He on
and-
dribble
really
and
proud of
shit.
it.
You know,
and then they graze your asshole with that kick. Oh shit!
So
Now
there's
you,
a
got,
picture.
now you got a sneaker burn on your asshole.
Somebody kicked him in his ass. You saw how hard his leg
He
went up
felt
because of that.
That's from memory right
I'm
there.
kind of.
You ain't never seen his leg go that high since
a
72.
graze on your asshole.
Yeah. Wow.
He got that bitch up there.
Right?
So what do y'all think about like what's going on in the comedy game right now as far as like comedy beef? You know what I'm saying? Like all that, you know, Cat Williams and
If
you
they
know,
gay, they gay.
what's y'all input on that? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's,
I was thinking about like especially with the Cat Williams thing, because what his thing was like they were trying to make black men look weak, right? That was his concern.
Yeah.
Right?
with the dresses and
Yeah,
stuff. Right?
and I agree with him 100%. We have a problem with, like, I don't hear white guys complaining about this because they already emasculated white men 20 fucking years ago, so we don't have to worry about that. They're already fucking pussies, right?
He said it.
Yeah, well, most of us are. So, like, we need strong role models like Cat Williams, like Dave Chappelle, to really, like, you know what I mean? Like, say, hey, we're not gonna be fucking pushovers.
You need backbone.
But
Yeah.
would you guys also say like Cat Williams? He's not effeminate himself.
Right.
What you mean?
Like how he presents things is kind of like an
Gangster man.
not even gangster all
Man,
the
not
time.
gangster, but
I
more.
think like
Like a philosopher?
Like a pimp.
No, not like
I
a
know
pimp,
exactly what
but-
you mean, Ray.
But
I'm
he's
trying to
telling,
figure
he's
out the way
telling
to
the
word it,
truth.
He has
Cat
strength
Williams
to
is a
him.
little sassy himself.
Yeah.
Right.
I think the current word is
Pimp
zesty.
down. Like he has a little.
Pimp in
So for him, like
distress.
to coming to him from him, it seems a little biased and unaware of himself at the same time. You know.
Okay.
Because with his whole 3-hour monologue, I felt like most of the times he was just throwing dirt on people who he thought he should have been having the opportunities.
Yeah.
He was about to get
Right.
dick himself, wasn't he? On one of them plane rides and shit.
Nah,
What?
that was a Friday scene. They
That
had.
was
Yeah, he's about to get raped by Terry Crews.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And he pulled
that's
out
right.
the new. Not,
Yeah.
not the,
He talked about
But
it on
he
the
said,
podcast.
yeah,
he said,
he
like,
changed the scene.
yeah,
up.
he was gonna get raped in there. He changed it up.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't know this
So he
guy.
said, "Nah, I'm gonna put some plies on this nigga's nuts. He trying to make me."
but then it also like he
Said,
talks
damn it,
about
I am a boy.
emasculation, right?
Yeah.
But he ignores, playing a pimp, which is also a detriment to the community.
Right.
So he's favoring toxic masculinity while also judging toxic femininity. It's just like it's not feeling completely genuine. It's just feeling like very personal. And he's just trying to have a goal to attack certain people.
Right.
That's
But
what-
I also
think-
understand that they really should just keep it like it's entertainment.
It's pretend.
Yeah,
But that's
and
really-
that's all it is.
But that's really all it is. You look back at all these videos that's going on, like literally study everybody that's talking. You listen to Mike Epps talk about him and Shannon Sharp. He's still going on stage talking smack. Even in a recent interview he did, he was like,
He was still talking shit, yeah.
Yeah, he's talking shit on entertainment.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
entertainment.
If you listen to what Cat Williams said, especially when he talked about Cedric,
Still
I-
jokes.
yeah, and then
walrus.
And then Cedric had went on a podcast, and then I think it was on The Shop. He went back on The Shop, and he went and told that I didn't really steal the joke. He was like, the premise of it, it's like the same thing because we all grew up in the 70s. And I was like,
You could talk about a certain manner and it still not be yours.
Right.
Like everyone can have a weather joke. We all experience the weather differently.
Being in jail.
Every year, being in jail, like you don't own a topic.
Right.
And like, yeah, Cat Williams is like, oh, I did driving a vehicle first. You're not the only person to drive a vehicle every day.
Right.
Well,
What?
you know, because
Right.
Nelly had said Cat Williams stole JB Smooth's joke.
Is
I'm
Jay-
like-
I'm pretty sure a lot of motherfuckers stole certain topics from JB Smooth because he's just that phenomenal.
Have y'all ever like took another comic's joke and used it on stage?
You mean topic or joke?
Like joke.
We doing cover jokes like we're cover bands.
Like how we were talking about it right now. How, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
said we
it was-
probably had same
Same
time.
Only time I would steal
Same
someone's
topic.
I
joke
did.
You
is
did?
if they
Hell
make
yeah.
a joke about me. Like, you know, you
One
coming
of
up
my
stage,
favorite comics, at least. And I put Mike Epps.
Okay.
The
I feel like
Ops.
that's dangerous to do though.
Hey, what
and
about
then
Robbie
shade on the
Towns?
podcast.
Ah,
I'll be looking at this.
Hey, just to let you know, like he stole your joke and admitted it.
Listen, but I've rearranged that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I ain't.
But
That's good.
I
Dating
think-
sliders. You
I-
got
I-
security coming for you, my boy.
I totally think when people tell jokes, okay, it's more like we all experience the same thing.
Mhm.
You know, so we're gonna all talk about the same thing. So it may seem like it came out like it's your joke or your joke,
Yeah.
but you know, it's my experience that this
Right.
is what I experienced. So that's why I talk about it. You know, so I wouldn't so much to say is that everybody's actually still. It just sounds the same. You know, because whatever they experienced, that's how they just brought it out. But then again, you do got motherfuckers out here stealing jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I
you
mean,
can only
word
steal
from-
somebody's joke if you tell it better. No.
Right. Right. That's the thing.
You gotta tell it better. If you tell anything, you steal their joke
Yeah,
and
you
you tell
steal
it worse,
it- right.
then you just look stupid.
Right. So
I would
you
say
know,
this though, if you look back at Cat Williams and Cedric's same premise of how they did the joke,
Yeah.
even though Cedric switched up the words,
It does.
you
it
had the
feels like a
same
carbon
actions with it,
Right,
kind of
right,
way.
right, right,
You know what I'm saying? I get it. You have it with your own twist and whatnot, but if it's
Right.
like the same action, then it's kind of like it looking like yo,
Yeah,
you
you stole
kind of
it.
going word for
Yeah.
word with the whole animation stuff.
Right.
You feel me?
carbon. Plagiarizing.
Animation
Exactly.
is a part of the joke. Yeah.
Exactly. If you in a joke and you got a lot of animation and they literally doing the same animation as you,
Right.
But they just switch up the words,
Right.
he pretty much going the same direction as your joke.
Okay.
Hey Steve, man, what got you into comedy?
Well, that's fun. I have a friend. He's a comedian, and I said, "Dude, that's really cool. I've always wanted to do that." So he's like, "I have a show in 6 weeks, so I'm going to put you on it." So you
Tell
better-
him, tell him.
Yeah, so you better write something. That's it. Like he's like, 6 weeks from now, I'm putting you on a show. 5 minutes. You're gonna do it, or like you're standing there, so you better write something because you're gonna look stupid for 5 minutes. And that was my in front of 40 people. My second show was in front of 120.
120.
And then
Damn.
I started doing open mics.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
He
That's
dove
encouraging.
off the deep end. That's how you got to do it sometimes. Learn how to swim.
Yeah, it's very reverse for a lot of people. Some people do.
I'm so
thousands
glad
of
I did it
open
that
mics.
way.
Yep.
If
Yeah.
I went to an open mic first
Would have been
and then
deteriorating to the
did
grind.
my jokes in front of 4 people and no one laughed, oh, I'd be fuck this. But no, I went out, I did 40 people, and they were laughing at my shit. I was like, I could do this.
Yep. Build your confidence.
Yeah.
Word up.
That's what happens.
Jodee, how you get into comedy, man?
Well, I got into comedy actually filming, like my man here.
Okay.
And you know, one night I was messing with Double D. And,
Shout out Double D, man.
Yeah,
Yes.
shout out to Double G. Who else was there? Ty Rainey. Shout out to Ty Rainey. They just did like a Kevin Hart special. So, you know, I used to film them all the time, you know, doing their jokes. So one night, I just decided to get up. You know, he was like, all right, Sarah, go on up. I'm like, okay. I get up on stage, killed it. I mean, like I just got up there, you know, just to go up there, just to talk about my natural stuff that I go through, my gay brother, my sister and her little awesome thing, and how people they got gangs here. I ain't think gangs were gonna come to New Jersey, and all of a sudden now you got red, Crips,
Right.
you know, grapes. I'm like all these fruits just popping up. So, and I'm like, but the difference is like when you get locked up, y'all still gonna be motherfucking animals. You know?
Go to the same place.
Yeah. I mean, like y'all go, you know, they ain't gonna be like, yeah, oh, you blood, you know, you going over there. No. They want to just throw y'all all in the fucking jungle, just like that. And from there, you know, after that night, you know, I had a standing ovation. I was like, oh, okay. And I can't remember.
How old were you? He said,
maybe like 42.
Word up.
Like 42. And like, mind you, I ain't never did comedy before.
Yeah.
But that night.
And that was the first time you tried it ever?
That was the first time I ever tried it. After filming, I said, look, I just put the camera on.
Ain't no age limit on comedy, man.
No, ain't no age limit.
Jodee, did you have anything written, or you just did that off the top of your head?
I just came on stage and I just started talking.
That's crazy.
And next thing you know, by the time the end of my set, everybody was standing up. Yo, the funny part was, you know, I ain't nobody. You know, I'm nobody.
Nah, you somebody. We all somebody. You just gotta believe it.
Well, I'm talking about as far as, you know, like famous.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm in the supermarket. People walking up, yo, let me get your autograph.
You lying.
I swear to you. I don't know who the fuck this motherfucker is. He was like, you don't remember me, do you? I don't remember nobody. He was like, yo, you was at Dark Shadows and you did the show. Word is born. He was like, yo, just... And yo, now, ever since then...
Gave you that confidence.
Yes, it did.
Boom.
You know, but I ain't been funny ever since.
You
That's the truth.
You rocking and rolling.
That's crazy.
Ray, what got you into comedy, my man?
I mean, since I was a kid, the first time I did stand up, it was my second grade talent show. Okay. So I was like 8 years old. And I just went up there, I talked a little trash about the school.
Yeah.
And then I reenacted the last scene from the Scooby-Doo movie, the end credit scene. Okay. Where they eat the hot sauce and just go crazy. And then like, yeah, that shit was funny, right? Yo, the school loved it too, man. It was like, and then at that point, like when I was in class, like the teacher would be like, oh, if you guys want to be entertained, let Ray do it or whatever. And then she would just like give me that responsibility, and that was a fun time.
Class entertainer.
Yeah.
You know, he sat in the corner a lot.
On the carpet. Yeah, I mean on the carpet. By myself.
Right there. Put it right there.
5 minutes, motherfucker. Make it 10 for the joke.
I remember them days. Put him in the front by the teacher's desk.
And then like years later, my first time like hitting New York City comedy scene, I was 19, and I was just
How was
where
that
do you wanna get to
experience?
it?
Like the New York comedy scene. Talk about that a little.
Did you write? You wrote your jokes then?
I mean, yeah, I did write. I wrote too much actually, but it was a good time. Like, it was an open mic. Unfortunately, it wasn't 140 people. It was like 7 very 8 despicable people. Okay. Because like when people first do comedy, all you know is comedy is at someone's expense, right?
Right.
So you might just go up there and start saying a bunch of things that might get you canceled nowadays.
Right.
And the comics loved it, right? But then when you do a show, which I did like a month later, in a real room with real people, and everyone's like, oh my God. What are you saying? You're like, oh, okay. There's so much more work to do. And that was about 7 years ago. And we still working, man.
That's amen to the top.
Your crowd work tonight was really good. Like I feel like some of the jokes you had, like you must have thought of them when you got here.
Impromptu, like, yeah. I was a theater minor in high school. Not high school, college. So,
what
you know,
college?
SUNY Plattsburgh. Yeah. So you know, you do improv, you can always work a room. You know.
Very nice.
Malachi,
that's for sure.
What got you into comedy, bro?
Like I said before, so I transitioned from the Army to playing college ball. It was after my first year. I had went back to North Carolina to do summer school, and I was just being a goofy motherfucker like usual and shit. And my teacher had saw me goofing off. One of my homies fell asleep in the front row before class started, so I was just filming like, got him. And she was like, what's your name? I was like, you know, you think you in trouble and stuff. You're like, oh man, now everybody in the room looking at you.
Yeah.
Right.
What's your name? So I told her, and she was like, yo, you actually very funny. You ever think about doing stand-up comedy? I was like,
how old were you at that time?
man, I had just got out. I was what, 23?
Or
23. Yeah, 23.
You feeling the oats.
Yeah, no. I was 24. My fault, because I was the oldest on both my basketball teams. I was the oldest on both of my basketball teams, but pretty much when she had told me that, and then I got cut my second year in Chicago. when I went to Chicago to play my second year of basketball.
In college?
Mm-hmm. I got cut after the first semester because of my grades. I ain't had nothing to do. All my homies at practice, or they had the away games. You at home playing 2K like that, you mad as shit. Ain't nobody gonna care. You know what I'm saying? So it ended up just Googling the open mic.
That's cool.
That's
You know what I'm saying? That's
cool,
cool.
yeah.
Where did you start at?
Like I said, I did start in Chicago
Word up.
a little bit, but I didn't stay consistent with the open mics. Actually, I did one, everybody laughed. Did the second one, I bombed like a motherfucker. I said, yo, fuck this shit. And I did at the comedy bar.
Yeah.
They had one of they special open night joints, and I bombed badly, bro. Oh, man.
But that comes with the territory.
The journey.
though.
Yeah, you got a bum.
And it took me a year off. It took
That's
me a
what makes
whole
you
year
better.
off. Yeah.
Wait, after that, you took a year off?
After that,
How come? Because you was like...
I didn't think this shit was for me.
Okay, yeah.
When you come into the comedy game, you don't know if this shit really for you
Right.
off the rip. People can tell you funny outside of comedy all they want.
Right.
But until, like Ray said, once you get on that real stage, you don't know if you really funny.
140 people?
And it's not even just like about if you're really funny. It's just if you really want to put in the work.
Right. Is
Right.
you ready?
Because there's a lot of funny motherfuckers
Right.
in this country or in this world, right?
Right.
You got to
Stage
stand out by being a comedian, by being on these stages every other night, whether it's a mic, 140
That
room. You got to
practice.
show
Yeah.
that you're ready to show out, you know?
Yeah.
You can be performing
Yeah.
for like one or two people, late night, for no reason.
But when you put in that work,
it still
that's how
come
you know.
out.
Getting your set well remembered and well.
I will say this. The one thing comedy probably has taught me and probably taught some of y'all too. Yeah, you gotta know your battles when you on that stage. Being on stage.
I had my first heckler last weekend.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it took me out of my zone.
He
You
said,
gotta know your battles.
he took the Will Smith. What you say about my wife?
No, real talk. Like,
Word up, the heckler was tripping.
and here's the thing about hecklers. They love coming at us because they want to be a part of the show.
Right.
Right.
That's why I tell people there's nothing wrong with doing a little bit of crowd work, because if you can get them within the show,
Right.
it can help out. They
Control it before the fire spreads.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what
Boom,
I'm
you
saying?
said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut that shit down.
Yep.
Let a lady come up, man.
I let that shit spread fast.
It's the only
Yeah,
thing I'm gonna
bro.
say.
It's your
I hate
shit.
this
Yeah,
heckle.
yep.
They ain't there. You got to let them know that.
Yep.
I was hosting at
Come
Broadway,
come on up here.
Yep.
and I was on stage, and this lady, I was telling about the ticket price and everything like that. Thank y'all for coming out. She was like, I mean, it's a nice show already and whatnot, but you're not Kevin Hart. I was like,
Hey,
Ooh.
I was like,
she was feeling your act.
oh God, no, she hated my. I was like, and you know
Nah,
what?
she was
She was
feeling it.
hating.
That's why the hairstyle represent that dead cat between your fucking legs. I didn't give a fuck. I said
You gotta
it.
keep it moving.
I didn't give a fuck. She sat there quiet for the
She
whole
stomped
show
that
like
shit
this.
out.
All her friends hollering, except her. She like this. I hate this. When you shut down a heckler, that shit's amazing.
Word up.
Like, when was the first time you ever shut one down? Let me ask that real quick, cause that's just funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I never actually had to shut down a heckler. I'm not gonna lie. But because sometimes, in this job of comedy, you never know. Like with your instance, the guy, he got up, he wanted to leave. You know what I'm saying? So, because he got up that he wanted to leave, we don't know if he was going outside to get a gun or what.
Right.
Because, now he's mad because he heckled and then, he heckled him back. So now the guy mad. So, and then the owner's like, let him leave. All right, so in my mind, I'm like, shit. He got a gun. Don't let the heckler have a gun. So, those are things that you got to really think about. So you try to, you got to keep, it's about love and peace.
Right.
Ain't
It's
still gotta be
nobody.
And that's why
Right.
afterwards I went and shook his hand and
Right,
everything.
right. That's
Still
what
acting like a
it's all
bitch.
about. So like if I ever come across one, I'm gonna have to turn it around. Like it got to be about. I don't want to feel like my feelings is hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, well, motherfucker, meet me outside.
Yeah.
You know,
you can't let them win.
you know what I'm saying? So now it's like, so you got to turn around and you got to just, it's about, like I said, about happiness. We came out to laugh. We ain't came out to fight.
Right.
Right.
If you're drunk, sit your drunk ass down.
Don't be the
Sit
worst
your drunk ass down.
Right.
But enjoy the show.
That's it.
You know, and that's what it's all about. That's all I'm out here for. You know, for funny, I'm funny. If you don't like me, I'm gonna just still try to make you laugh. My thing is to make you laugh
And bring the joy to y'all, man.
Right.
That's why we.
If you don't like me, maybe your girl like me.
No, it's not.
Cause my name Jodee.
Yeah, your wife gonna watch this, man. Hey,
That's all right.
and last but not least, man, what got you into comedy, man? Did I already ask you?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, yeah. See,
paying
that's
attention?
the sauce. That's the sauce.
not paying
I had a little bit of what you drink. But look. You ever had a heckler though? That's what I meant to ask you.
Oh,
'Cause you
okay.
was last.
A heckler? No, I've had people walk out of my show.
Okay.
For real?
Yeah.
For what reason? Yeah.
I have an abortion joke. And then they,
That shit was pretty funny.
everybody was laughing at that. These people laughed at that joke. They laughed at the joke, and then they realized they shouldn't be laughing at it. So mid-laugh, they start booing me, and I'm like, you already laughed. You can't take that back.
We already know you're a bad person. Stop
Yeah.
taking that out.
So like,
You know you did it.
so they laughed, but like then they booed me, and then they took a walk.
Wow. But that's
it.
right.
But you still did your
still
thing.
I
Continued
kept
your show.
doing it. Yeah, I'm not gonna let them shut me down.
There you go.
And that's what, hey man, that's what comedy is all about, man. Bringing laughter, peace, joy, just expressing your character to the world, man. Not caring, you know what I'm saying, what the people got to think about you, but giving them the truth, you know what I'm saying. And I thank y'all for coming out tonight
That's
and
it.
being on the show, man. You know what I'm saying. I appreciate y'all for showing up to the One Life podcast.
Of course. Can we switch
Give me a
seats
sec.
real quick?
Absolutely.
All right,
Yeah,
so,
salute to One Life.
This nigga said, let's switch seats.
Can you do that strongest to weakest comment again? I like that right. You can sit back down.
No, he realized he doesn't belong on this stage.
Hey man, listen man, we got some of the upcoming big time comedians coming up, man. Ray Robinson,
Nigga, the camera-
Malachi Fox, Jodee, Saladine, and Steve. What's your last name again?
Detweiler.
Detweiler.
They don't even know who I am.
I ain't even gonna forget that.
We've done like 3 shows
We
together.
gonna be in the
How
movie
do you
together.
remember me?
Steve Detweiler, man. Hey, this the One Life podcast. Love, man. Peace.
One life.
Keep up the great work.
That's
Peace.
it.
One Life.
A lot of shit happens, like being in show business, a lot of shit happens. Like I make a lot of money, you know, and I'm really happy about it. I'm not bragging. I just want to say this. I make so fucking, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? But wait a minute. Wait, if my father was alive today, I would go home and say, Dad, I'm gonna tell you how much money I make. You know what he say? You's a lying motherfucker. Joe Lewis didn't make that much.